Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need.
Instead of 시작해볼까, we upgraded.
Oh, mo.
Finally! This dog, I swear to God, she hates happiness. So yes, we're reunited after how much time?
3 weeks?
Oh my
4?
God, that's brutal.
Like a month.
I haven't seen my bestie in so long. And since then, not only did you get into a little BTS scandal. See,
Oh my God.
we're going to address it today. We're going to clear the air about whether or not you actually are a BTS auntie. But to show our gratitude, to show our love towards ARMY, I got us a little present.
What?
Okay, wait.
What?
Close your eyes. I got us BTS banana milk.
The straw is purple.
Yeah, the straw is purple. So which one do you want? Do you want Suga or Jungkook? Do you know who they are?
I know Jungkook. I know Suga.
You do?
Yeah, I know some of them.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Can you name all 8 members?
No.
Okay. Because there's only 7.
Yeah.
Which one do you want?
I want to see both of them.
Okay. She's going to analyze.
I like more is there.
Okay. So I have Suga.
He's doing a dab.
So to show everyone, even though Audrey is a huge BTS auntie,
Oh, stop.
she's still going to drink this banana. We'll get into it. Don't worry.
What's the definition of an auntie?
That's the thing. Like, some people were getting like so heartfelt in the comments, like, how could you be an auntie of a group? They don't deserve it. Like, they were so passionate. And I'm like, first of all, I called her an auntie, and you're just tired of defending yourself. So that so that is the context.
So I'm just going with the flow, guys.
That's the context of, I keep calling her an auntie, and she won't even defend herself anymore.
No.
Because she's so tired. People think she's not defending herself anymore because it's true, which maybe it is. We'll find out today. Okay, I'll stop. However, we also came into 2023 with a scandal as well.
Which one?
Twice.
Oh, that's your Twice auntie.
Me?
Well,
She literally threw me under the bus. We need to clear the air right now. I was thrown under the bus.
why?
Because I said Twice lip sync.
Yeah.
And it was taken out of context.
Yeah.
Even though they do. Okay, if I could go back and change what I said, I would word it differently. I would just say Twice majoritarily lip sync and almost exclusively lip sync on music shows. Like, I don't know if that makes a difference to anyone because it's still like the same thing, just regurgitated in a different way. But I do think I was taken out of context because we were talking about Talk That Talk performances. And as far as have you seen any Talk That Talk performances?
No, because I'm tired to watch performances.
So this is where I get thrown under the bus because I said Twice lip sync and she said, no, I hear Nayeon and Jihyo in their performances.
Yeah, usually.
We were talking about Talk That Talk. So here you are. You haven't even... I'm so heated.
Okay, that's my fault.
Because everybody was defending you, even though some people just lumped you into it together. You got a lot of hate too. But a lot of people were defending you. So then I asked him, like, okay, then, like, send me a performance where you're hearing Jihyo and Nayeon. And do you know what she responds to me?
I think it was Cheer Up that I sent you.
She says, I haven't watched their performances in years. And I was like, Audrey, are you kidding? So the clip that people took out of context, I say it's out of context because we were talking about who we would pick for best performance. You picked Twice. You don't even watch Twice performances. So I don't understand how we got here.
But I remember in the comments they were saying about, have you been to the show? Blah, blah. Of course, in a show, it won't be the same as on a music show.
Yeah.
On a music show, they have a bunch of music shows. So
yeah,
of course they will lip sync somewhere between or every time, or they're tired. But in a show, people are paying for the concert and the world tour, and it's not the same.
I would hope it's not the same.
You can't compare it both.
I sincerely hope that nobody's lip syncing in concerts, though it does happen, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So we got our Twice our Twice scandal out of the way. Our first K-pop canceled scandal.
It's suiting the name of the podcast.
It is, but it just baffles me that it was, well, it doesn't baffle me that it was Once's. It just baffles me that people were so offended that I said Twice lip sync. Like almost everybody is lip syncing.
Everybody's lip syncing. Today, to those days, everybody does.
So that's our little intro out of the way. We squashed our beef with ARMY.
I'm
Cheers.
scared of armies. Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, so that was a little bit of a longer intro than I anticipated. Let's get to our actual intro. So, hi, welcome. My name is Angelina.
And my name is Audrey.
And you're watching Kpop Canceled, where apparently
we are
we
canceled.
do get canceled. I know people are going to say you guys aren't relevant enough to get canceled, but the meaning has been lost, I think, of canceled. Mm-hmm. And that's just the people are saying like, oh my God, you're getting canceled on Twitter right now. So I don't think I'm that important, just to say. But anyway, so today we're going to be talking about unstanning groups. I went on Reddit and I found some questions. We'll do a little bit of K-pop therapy, see what's ethical within the context of K-pop and what isn't. But the theme is unstanning groups.
Okay.
Because of their fans or what? It's just unstanning groups.
Unstanning or just not standing?
Unstanning.
Okay. And
I thought that would be perfect given, your trouble with ARMY.
Yeah, but I've never unstand BT.
No, but we could talk about reasons why people would unstand a group.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Now I really look like an auntie.
I mean,
what's the definition?
So auntie,
because people are like, I can't believe that you're like writing mean and an auntie is writing mean comments and being like.
When did you write mean comments?
Never. That's why I'm like, well, I'm not that definition of an auntie.
So an auntie, I feel like that has lost its meaning as well, because like the actual groups that I'm an auntie of, they're so nice to me. So I feel like an auntie is anyone who just talks about a group, and if somebody has a problem with that, then suddenly you're an auntie.
Because if you take Twice, for example, the fandom name is Once, but the anti-fandom name is Thrice. Is it? I don't know. It's something like that.
Some groups have those anti names. Like for ARMY, it's armchair.
So do they think that I am an armchair?
I don't want to speak for everyone, but you kind of give off those vibes.
Well, I don't even know the fandom. But I'm just not part of that.
We'll get into that, but essentially, I just went on Reddit, I think, and I found these things. So,
okay.
Shall I read the first one?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, Mo.
Am I the asshole for wanting to unsend a group because of its fandom? Ooh. So when I first got into K-pop until recently, I was all about, we're here for the music and artists, not for the fandom. I still kind of stand by this, but in this particular fandom, there's so many toxic fans, and I can't help but wanting to leave the fandom and support the group from afar. So far, this sounds very relatable.
Sounds like me.
Sounds like you. I never really had anything with toxic fans, and I just let them be. But recently, I just couldn't deal with it anymore, and I got tired of seeing them everywhere. I know it shouldn't matter, and that there's also so many good fans in the fandom, but because of how many toxic ones there are, the good and polite fans seem like they're non-existent. I still love the group members and their music. Maybe I love their music a little less, but it's still pretty good. But I just don't want to associate myself with their fandom anymore. And to add to that, I can't seem to have interest in watching the group's content. The main problem are still the toxic fans and the reason why I want to leave the fandom, though. So have you ever had an experience where you stand a group and then you unstand because of how shitty the fandom was?
I don't think I've ever unstand a group.
Your situation is more you won't go near a group because of
the fandom. And
let's speak generally and not pinpoint a specific group right now, even though we all know who you're talking about. Lest this gets taken out of context.
Okay, so of course, if I don't vibe with the music, I won't just pay attention to the group. Okay, congratulations on your efforts, your work. Be you and I'll be me. I'll do you and you'll do me.
This sounds like a breakup.
Maybe, but
it's not you. It's me.
It's not you. It's me. But the fans, they do have a lot of weight on my decisions.
Okay. So that's the thing. I'm like already trying to be like cautious of what we say, but I always wanted K-pop canceled to just be us saying whatever we want. Of course, we have to say whatever we want within reason because it's still the internet and we don't want to suffer. But, you know, I don't want to have to. I do that already with my videos. I censor myself a lot. And I just want to be able to speak openly. So, dare we say which groups you're talking about?
Sure, I'm talking about BTS. Like, I've never vibed with their music ever since debut. I didn't really, well, I think
but have you listened to
one or two songs that I like?
Yeah.
But every time they put a new song, I don't vibe with it. And especially these days, since their big blow up in the United States and everything, like worldwide, the music that they put out that is playing on the radio, I don't like it.
That surprises me though, because you're a boy group stan.
I am.
And I think you would like older BTS.
I know.
Maybe we should.
I like two songs.
Okay.
Blood, Sweat and Tears, which is like a classic, an
course.
icon. Everybody knows that song. And I like Not Today.
No, I feel like that's the only music video you've ever seen, though.
No,
you told me.
I've seen, I don't know what are the titles of the songs.
One day, we'll get to it one day, and we'll show her some BTS.
I think
songs.
I know only 3 guys in the group. Namjoon is the leader, right?
Yeah.
Jungkook, who's the magne, and Jimin, because. Jimin.
Have you ever heard of V?
Yeah, I know V, but
Jin?
I don't know his face.
Okay.
Jin, is the one who released Astronaut, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was he your bias before?
My bias? Okay, so basically, I used to stan BTS, and I didn't unstan because of the fandom or anything. Just like naturally, I kind of stopped, was not as interested in their music, and then I discovered ATEEZ, and I feel like I only have space for one boy group at a time, you know. So it's a bit pushing it. She's like, I cannot relate. This is all like foreign to me. That's all I do is stan boy groups.
Boy groups.
I used to be in ARMY from like I think it was 2017 until 2019.
Okay.
And J-Hope was my bias.
Oh, J-Hope. Okay.
But don't tell anyone.
Okay. I'm not telling anyone.
So yeah, so you've had experience of just like not wanting to go near
I just
fandom.
don't want to relate, and I'm not even in fandoms. I did. Because, you know, fandoms have, like, goals for MVs and comebacks and everything.
Yeah.
So I did it once.
Okay.
With Monsta X, okay?
Okay.
So Monsta X is one of my ultimate groups. I have 3 big groups, my main groups. So when they released Fantasia, because it was a big deal since Wonho left and everything, like, it was the first comeback as 6 boys.
Yeah.
So I streamed Fantasia, and I was, like, into the Facebook fandom at the time and stuff, and I burned myself out.
No.
I just burned myself out. I'm not even able to listen and enjoy Fantasia anymore because I burned it. I watched it. I listened it too many times.
That makes sense though, because it does seem like such a chore. I remember getting into, so I got back into newer K-pop because I took a break, right? I took a break in like, I don't remember, but I took a couple years out of K-pop. And I remember coming back into it, and it was mostly, I was just standing BTS really and Blackpink, the 2 major ones, because I didn't know 3rd gen K-pop that well or 4th gen K-pop at all. So I remember like within the fandom, it was just like, okay, you have to do this. And there was rules set out. Yeah. And it's not that you have to follow them, but I just thought like, that is a lot of work just to like somebody. Yeah. So I get what you mean. But overall, there's some fandoms you wouldn't go near because the fandom itself is so toxic. Yeah. Did I say fandom twice? Yeah. There are some groups that you just don't even want to touch with a 6-foot because the fandom sucks, right? Yeah. However, I have unstan groups because of the fandom, and I think it's totally valid. It is, because if it's ruining your experience of liking something, and it sounds so silly and weird because you know you could just ignore it, but it's not easy to ignore.
It's hard to ignore when they're here and pinpointing and commenting, not even towards yourself, but like in the
General,
comments, generally
in
in another person video or in like the video clip itself, in the comments, there's so much stuff. There's wars between the same fandom in the comments.
It's ridiculous. But the first time, so I still stan Blackpink.
Okay.
But in 2019, I got into like a pretty big scandal. And it was really traumatizing, I'm not going to lie. And it's not as simple as just like, don't go on the internet.
Yeah.
Because like who doesn't go on the internet? Mm-hmm. So anyways, it's not that I unstand Blackpink, but I definitely started to kind of associate their faces
To the fandom.
with the hate that I was receiving.
Yeah.
Because it'd be like, you fat pig, I hope you die, da 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 da. And it's like fucking Rose's profile picture or Jenny or like, so I associated their faces with people sending me hate because it's all these Blackpink profile pictures. So actually like, on Instagram, you don't unfollow someone, but you mute them.
Yeah.
So I muted Blackpink for like 2 years because I just didn't want to see their faces because I just kept thinking of like,
It's triggering.
yeah, pretty much. So I don't feel the same anymore now. I feel like Blinks disappeared. Where did Blinks go?
Well, don't call them back though.
No, but I mentioned this in my last video, like where did the Blinks go?
Well, Blackpink do have a world tour, so Blinks are busy with the world tour.
Yeah, they're busy right now, but
They're busy.
they've been gone for a while. Maybe they're not as toxic anymore. Or maybe I did a good job at like separating myself.
Maybe.
But I totally understand unstanding someone because of their fandom. Every fandom and their mothers have quote unquote canceled me. And then for a while, I'm like, I hate this group. I never want to stand this group again. I remember it wasn't even like a cancellation or anything, but I made an ATEEZ video. And I was like, wow, this music video was familiar. And like, I got a couple comments from ATEEZ and they're like, they were just being so mean. And I was like, well, I hate ATEEZ now. I don't want to stand them. Their fans suck. So if through a couple of comments I could think like that, I think it's valid to unstand because of a fandom. Because it's a whole experience.
Yeah, it is.
K-pop's a whole experience. You could just watch the music videos here and there, but if it's a whole package.
Yeah.
So what do you I guess you feel the same way.
I agree.
It's okay to unstand and you're not the asshole.
No, you're not
Like,
the
it's
asshole.
literally the people are assholes and these social media sites do absolutely nothing to control that. Honestly, the only fandom that has been good to me are Reveloves.
No. For real?
For real.
I'm shook.
I know.
Well, I feel like maybe... Okay, I feel like if we don't take Blinks and ARMY, like they are in another bubble, okay?
Okay. Their own
But
bubble.
every third gen fandoms are less crazier and less like over the top
Hard
than
disagree.
fourth gen.
I don't know about that.
No? Why?
Once is as well.
Yeah, but they're not as... Ugh. But if you take Revelove, Mon Bebe, they're older groups, so I feel like the fandom is older and is done with all that nitpicky stuff.
I'm not sure because like I even remember saying that I didn't like Still Life by Big Bang. There's always newsstands everywhere. Like even the newsstands are like, you're tasteless. You don't know how iconic Big Bang is. Like I do. I just don't like Still Life. I don't know. Onces have burnt me more than once though. Moving on. It's just funny that
I don't know.
like
I find them more chill than fourth gens then. 18
maybe,
stays.
but from my perspective, being the recipient of comments, onces are bad mids. Everybody can be bad.
Yeah, of course.
The
Because
people-
there's multi-fandom.
But the people who just enjoy K-pop for what it is and aren't toxic are not often the ones commenting on anything.
No,
they're
'cause
just
they're
keeping
silent.
to themselves. Yeah. They're being peaceful amongst themselves. So of course the hate is so much louder. But anyways, shout out to Reveloves. I've been getting a little bit into Red Velvet music, so you don't have to worry.
I'll give you my old iPod. I have like all the
I don't
old songs.
I don't know if I'm that dedicated, but let's move on to the next one.
Okay.
Kevin is so adorable.
He's cuddling.
I can't. That's such like a Kevin also isn't a BTS auntie. Look at him next to his banana milk. Oh, we didn't even mention our new teddy bears.
Teddy bears?
Our new Squishmallows.
That's my bird.
So my mom actually bought these for us, by the way. So this one's named Mango because it's the most basic bird name I've ever heard in my life. And another basic bird name that I've ever heard is Kiwi, which
is my real bird. That is a love bird. So that's Kiwi and Squishmallow, because I can bring her here because she will scream and be fucking sassy.
She might add really nice background music for us.
Damn, that is not music.
But anyways, I'll put a picture. Send me a picture of Kiwi, sure. And I'll put a picture of Kiwi. She's so cute.
She's mean.
Well,
when she wants to be mean. But yeah, she's cute.
That's always the owner's fault.
Mm-hmm. It is my fault.
Birds are blameless.
For sure.
Seriously.
Mm-hmm. Such innocent souls.
Huh?
Innocent souls.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, am I a fake fan because I stopped listening to a group because they had a scandal?
Oh.
Ooh. As you may know, 2020 has been rough with K-pop. Oh, 2020. That was a long time. Well, because the K-pop villain is so old.
But it's okay. 2020 was rough.
Yeah, it was. And I learned a lot of things that led me to write this post. So I've been a fan of this artist for a long time, and they just recently got into trouble. Not going to say who it is, but you probably know. We'll guess at the end.
Well, it's in 2020.
We'll guess in the end who had like major scandals in 2020.
We'll try.
So with all the hate that is going around them, it just makes me lose interest in all of their songs. I couldn't even look at their album, let alone play their songs. It's been rough since I was a fan for over 5 years, diligently buying albums and collecting photo cards just for the bad news to drop one day. Part of me still wants to be involved in the fandom, but another part of me won't allow it.
Okay, so she was a fan for... Okay, they
5
were a
years.
fan for 5 years, a scandal in 2020. I think it's Big Bang.
Big Bang?
Yeah, for
what
the
did
Rising
Big Bang
Sun.
do in
the Rising Sun scandal.
That wasn't 2020.
It was in what?
Like 2016?
No.
I'm going to Google it right now because I have my phone. Burning Sun. Okay, 2019, I guess?
Yeah, 2019, 2020.
I don't know if it's Big Bang.
I think it is. Because I was thinking about Stray Kids, but
they didn't debut 5 years ago, did they?
No.
We need a group that was active in 2015.
Yeah.
So, not Blackpink.
No.
I don't think BTS had anything in 2020. Not that I can remember.
I don't remember.
Super
Junior.
I'm trying to play. Super. That could be any year.
You're supposed to defend them through your death.
That was a lie. I need to clarify that because some people were like,
"You're joking, right?"
Like some people didn't know I was kidding. I will. If Super Junior, no. No.
No, I think it's Big Bang.
Maybe. But that does bring us to, like, what kind of scandal would it require you for you to unstand somebody?
Well, I know that a lot of people unstand Lucas just because of his, like, player's allegation. Yeah. That it's not even cleared again. Still yet. I'm waiting. Sam, do something.
I think it was pretty black and white.
Yeah, but still, SM do something? Because...
Well, I think they're not... Didn't they say, like, our artist business isn't our business when it comes to their personal lives or something?
No, he put a
yeah, he apologized for it. I think it was for Chanya, because Chanya had a similar scandal a while back.
Mm.
And they just said, like, our artist business isn't our business, which kind of means, like... I don't know. If it's not true, wouldn't you defend it?
Defend it?
If it's not true, wouldn't Lucas have said it's not true?
Well, maybe he can't. Maybe there's legal stuff behind.
But he apologized for it.
He needs to. Everybody does.
Yeah, but when something isn't true, you have the companies like very vehemently defending it.
Not always.
Majority of the time. But anyways, have you ever unstand a group because of a scandal?
I've never understand a group because all my groups are perfect.
I mean,
Wait, I remember we were fighting for Wonho to come back in Monsta X because we weren't believing it.
yeah, but you still stand.
I still stand.
Wonho and
Wonho
Monsta X.
and Monsta X.
I'm trying to think if I've ever unstand. Well, the Burning Sun thing. Obviously, I don't stand Seungri anymore.
Me neither, and he was my bias. I'm sad.
He was your bias?
Yeah. Well, T.O.P. was my bias, and then I think it's Last Dance, this song. He's like, he was centered at Mama.
Okay.
And it was so beautiful, and he had this white hair, and I was like, he's the wrecker for me.
Yeah.
But I'm still listening to Big Bang.
Yeah, we still like Big Bang. It just, unfortunately, a lot of memories are kind of tainted now, which is the sucky thing. Because I think back to when he had his solo, I think it was VIP Baby. I can't remember anymore. But he had his solo, and I was so proud of him. And like to look back on like how crappy somebody could have been, how crappy somebody could be. Unfortunately, when somebody or a group gets into a scandal, it can taint a lot of memories.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's in the same realm, but I'm standing Stray Kids. I listened to Stray Kids, but I didn't stand them since debut. I'm like the classic new state that stand them since like God's Menu and Backdoor.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's the same. Okay. So there's Woojin left the group.
Yeah.
And I remember I was reading comments to like know a bit who's who and stuff.
Yeah.
And people were saying, when I was watching like a reactor watching Stray Kids for the first time, and they were like, Stray Kids are 8, and then they're listing every members, and they say, and Woojin who left the group, but we don't talk about him.
Oh.
It was like taboo.
We don't talk about Woojin. No.
It was taboo.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand why, because at the same time, Wonho left the group, and it's okay to talk about Wonho. Wonho does have his solo, and Woojin is still in his solo era, I think.
True, but
I don't know what happened. Why is he like such a black sheep?
I think because we don't know what happened, it's so easy to just assume anything, to assume he was mean, to assume that they didn't get along. Whereas for Wonho, we know why he left. Like it's clear this is why he left. He didn't leave because he didn't get along with anyone because he was mean. So he did drugs, right?
No.
What did he do?
Okay, so when he was younger, I don't want to say stuff that is not true, but when he was younger, he wasn't like the best, you know?
Oh, so it was a bullying scandal?
No, not that. Like, he was
You can say it in French.
Okay. So, Wonho vivait avec quelqu'un d'autre.
Okay.
And they were paying rent together and stuff. And
Okay.
allegedly, he didn't pay rent.
Oh.
And the person put a picture and said, like, when will you pay me back?
Pay me my rent, okay.
He did pay everything.
Mm-hmm.
Puis cette personne-là, c'était la blonde de l'autre fille. She was the one who put T.O.P. under
Not
scandal.
her.
Who put Seungri under scandal. Who put like everybody's under scandal. And she was attacking Shonu at the same time. When Wonho was leaving, she attacked Shonu after that.
How is that girl everywhere?
I know.
Okay, let me get this straight.
Yeah. So Wonho is innocent.
Wonho was living with somebody and he didn't pay rent.
Yeah.
And then he back paid that rent. And that was a scandal that got him kicked out.
Mais c'est genre du boule de neige qui s'est accumulé, qui avait tout le temps une nouvelle affaire qui sortait.
Okay.
So Wonho left the group, not because of the scandal. Well, of his scandal, yes, but he wanted to protect the group.
Why did I think it was just drugs?
Because people thought it was drugs, and we were like, no, it's not. It's not drugs. And it was the police was searching for it. It was tested and everything. And no, it's not drugs, but she's doing drugs. I hate her.
This is a lot more dramatic than I thought it was. I thought he did drugs, he's out of the group.
No.
Damn.
He didn't.
No drugs.
He didn't do drugs and doesn't do drugs.
Okay.
But yeah.
That's interesting.
He was clean. She was dirty.
Okay. And you stuck by throughout all that.
Yeah. Well, everybody was fighting because we didn't believe it.
To be fair, no fandom ever really believes this stuff anyways.
Yeah, but it was really... It was hardcore. Like, I remember that we were on Facebook and we were sending messages to Starship. Everybody. The Korean fandom was like putting posters on the Starship building. And on our side, we were raising money to put billboards. We did billboards for that. For sure. Yeah.
I can't. There's like people who can't even afford groceries in K-pop stands like, but we need billboards. There's people who can't afford like medical treatment and K-pop fans are like, we need billboard.
Yeah.
That makes me so mad.
I know, but we did put a billboard. Yeah. No, I didn't send money.
I was gonna.
No.
Okay.
No. I was streaming follow.
Okay.
Because they were in their comeback.
It's got to be hard for groups and they suddenly lose a member. And then they can't talk about that member. They can't address anything. Yeah.
It was painful to see.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Shall we move on?
But if Stays know the answer for why Woojin is the black sheep and we can't talk about it, I want to know. I want to know why we can't.
I don't think anyone knows.
Why is it so taboo?
But it seems there's a pattern, isn't there?
Yeah.
Woojin left Stray Kids. Jinny left NMIX.
Yeah, but you can talk about Jinny. You can talk about Soojin from Idol.
Because the fandom wants them back. The fandom wants Soojin to come back to J-Idol. The fandom wants Jinny to come back to NMIX.
The fandom doesn't like Woojin.
Fandom does not want Woojin to come back because he did have like rumors and stuff. Remember, I don't
know. I really don't know. That's why I'm asking.
There was rumors that he assaulted somebody, and because of those rumors, I think people started like looking into Stray Kids videos and being like, Look, this is bad body language. He obviously hates this member. He's so mean to this member. I think that's the difference. I don't know. You guys can clarify in the comments if you'd like to.
I want to know. Please tell me.
But it's like, it's interesting how there's two JYP groups who both lost one member pretty close to debut because I don't think Woojin was there that long.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, Stray Kids aren't that old as a group.
No, but I mean...
Well, Jinny was there long enough too. She was there for like a year.
Not even a year.
Almost a year. But anyways, it's curious to me.
He was like there for like 2 or 3 years.
Stray Kids haven't even been... Okay, let me Google this.
They're older than 80s.
When did Woojin leave Stray Kids? At the end of October 2019. So like a year. A year. I wonder, like, I'm so curious. We talked about this in the last episode as well. I'm just so curious how you can just leave a group like that. What is in your contract that lets you leave a group within a year? What happened?
Because I kind of don't want to listen to their old music because I don't want, like, to have my brain bias his voice.
To have your what?
My brain bias his voice. Maybe I'm the asshole for that, but
not like your brain.
Yeah. I don't want to be like used to him and be like, oh, I miss him. I've never knew who he was.
Okay. That's not totally unreasonable though, because sometimes like I don't want to know what Lucas's voice sounds like.
Yeah.
I'll listen to Love Talk and I'm just blissfully ignorant and I don't need to know what he sounds like. So I kind of relate to that.
Yeah, so I'm not listening to old Stray Kids music. Am I the asshole for that?
I don't think so. I think if you unsend a group because of a scandal, like that's personal to you. I don't think anyone can say like...
But I didn't unsend them because of that.
No, but like the question to begin with was, am I the villain for unsending a group because of a scandal? Different scandals will affect people in different ways. I remember I used to be so like obsessed with combating fat phobia. And I remember I would get so mad at the littlest things that sure, to some people it's totally valid to be angry at that stuff. I just don't know why I was like overly angry. Like I would see like an idol say something vaguely fat phobic and I'd be like, they're on timeout. I don't want to stand them anymore. So I understand why people do that stuff. I've changed a lot and I think I'm a lot more nuanced than I was before. But I've definitely been on that end of like anything an idol does wrong, immediately they're in timeout. Immediately, I don't want to stand them right now. So some really fucking ridiculous things too. I don't know if anyone remembers like my old videos about like idols and fat phobia. I would just like be so nitpicky about it. And I just don't agree with everything anymore.
I think I've never seen that one.
I'm trying to remember if I've actually ever like outwardly said this stuff or said it to my friends and stuff. Okay. But I remember being so upset in Pretty Savage when the line was "born skinny bitch."
Oh, yeah. I remember that one.
I was so upset. And now I like rock out to it. I'm like, it wasn't deep enough to make. Why did I let myself get so upset over that?
Was it because people was upset over that and you got...
Yeah, I think so. People were like tweeting about it, how it's fat phobic. And then there was this one fandom and they wrote like, Lisa said be skinny, so F you fat people or something. And I was like, I took it so personally. So I totally understand. And I'm never going to tell someone like this scandal is not valid or you shouldn't feel a certain way about something. Because I've definitely been like deep into that. The moment someone shows me something bad that an idol does, I'd be like, oh, stay away from that. And sometimes that's valid, but sometimes it's not. So I think it's good to have nuance, which it took me a long time to learn. So can't stay mad at people for doing the same now.
Well, we all grow.
Yeah, we all grow. Just looking back to me like a year or two ago, and I'm like, what was wrong with you? I can imagine K-pop stans in like a couple years that when they become adults, they're just gonna have all this evidence of how shitty they were or like the worst fucking takes. And
I hope so.
And they're gonna be like, oh shit.
I hope they grow and like mature enough.
Yeah, us too. We have so much opportunity to grow and mature. Who we are now, we won't be a year from now. No. So
Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year. We came into 2023 with a big bang.
big bang.
Oh, oh. It's about time, hajime. Time to party here for sure. Do you know that song?
No, I don't think so.
Gotta go.
Gotta go. Gotta go. I don't remember.
She's a fake stan. That's like.
Of who? Of who?
Of who? Big Bang?
No, I'm not a fake stan.
I'm a fake stan.
You like old Big Bang?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Like newer Big Bang.
I'm a fake stan now because like you can mention any of their newer songs. Like I don't know it. But you mentioned like the most obscure shit from their past, like Number One or Top of the World. I'm like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. So let's move on to our last one. Mm-hmm. Am I the villain for wanting my favorite group to disband?
Oh shit.
Ooh, it's a bit brutal. With a lot of new groups debuting every year, there are going to be some groups that will never get noticed. And unfortunately, my group has that problem.
Okay.
R.I.P. They haven't been active for over 2 years, and I just want them to disband at this point. Why would I want my favorite group to disband? Well, the member basically sit around and waste their talent. Members, I think they meant. And so if the group breaks up, then they can live out their lives as regular adults or pursue another career instead of wasting their time waiting for a non-existent comeback. So is it bad for me wanting my faves to disband?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but also I wonder how accurate it is that these idols are just sitting around doing nothing, waiting for their non-existent comeback.
I don't think they do. I'm sure there's like... Sometimes they're doing a movie or they're acting or they're like doing other promotions.
I don't think that's the case for this. No, I don't think that's the case for this. I think they mean their group hasn't done anything in 2 years. So picture group, nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to find a group that does nothing right now.
It's probably like a lesser known group that they're talking about. So picture that they haven't done anything in 2 years, and they're probably, they're not Blackpink, right? Blackpink can do nothing for 2 years, and then, they're still doing other things. But what I mean by, I don't know how accurate it is if these idols are sitting around doing nothing, just waiting. I just think that a lot of groups are currently disbanded. But we don't know. They just can't say anything. Yeah. They might have a contract for 7 years, and they're a 2-year-old group. You have to wait until that 7 years is up to say anything. I've had this experience with the group Chocolat. Anyways, I loved them so much. I thought they would go so far. They were the first biracial girl group in K-pop.
Okay.
And they disappeared for like 5 years, and they couldn't say anything. So then on their 7th year, they're like, okay, guys, we're disbanded. We couldn't say anything because we had a contract. We had to wait for the contract to end. So unfortunately, I don't think these groups who aren't super active or aren't active at all are just waiting around. Maybe they have part-time jobs on the side. Maybe they're trying to sustain themselves, because a company is not just going to let you go, support you without any.
Because I think it costs more money to the company to break the contract than to just wait until the contract is done.
Yeah, but a lot of companies, they'll pay for your food, they'll pay for your housing and everything. I don't think they're just going to continue doing that with absolutely no income.
No.
So, unfortunately, if they haven't done anything in a really long time, maybe they're already disbanded. And they just can't say anything. But what do you think? Do you think that person is the villain for wanting their group to disband?
No, but I feel like if we think about today, there's a fandom that wants the group to disband. They're fighting.
Blinks.
No. No.
Have you ever seen everyone is saying Blackpink need to disband?
No.
You haven't seen it?
No.
I see it everywhere. I see it all the time.
No.
They're like, just disband already. I'm like, they're doing a world tour. What do you mean? But go on.
I was thinking about Orbits and Loona.
Oh, yeah. That's tricky, though, because I don't think they want...
Okay. Now it's escalating quite fast. So I'm behind that. When Blockberry announced Loona for a comeback, Orbits boycotted the shit out of it.
Yeah.
They boycotted. And I was I'm thinking about in my little brain.
Okay.
I was here and I was like, is it a good thing? I know you don't want Blockberry to have money from them. I know you hate them. But is it a good thing to force the girl to suffer for that? Because I know they weren't okay with that. They were like, what the fuck, we have a comeback? We didn't know that. But is it a good thing? Because even if they disband, they're 13?
Yeah.
You don't have a guarantee that the 13 girls will stay together.
Absolutely not. And I think that's the double-edged sword.
That's why I was
Orbits.
Is it really a good thing for Orbits to do that?
Because on one hand, you don't want to support a company that you hate.
But on the other hand, you don't have the guarantee that the girls will stay together. Okay, if they will be released from hell, they will be released. But what will they do after that? Maybe one or two of them will be like, oh no, I want to stay in acting. Or I don't want to be an idol anymore. I want to have a normal life. I want to get married. I want to... Yeah. There's so much stuff that can happen. But now they're in a law case. I saw yesterday 3 girls won and the others lose.
I don't know the full story as of now.
There's I think 3 girls won their suitcase.
They won a suitcase.
Their suitcase. Their lawsuit. And so they left. They're released, but there's still 4 or 5 girls that are still under Blockberry because they lost.
That's rough though.
So now they're still living hell and maybe more.
Well, yeah, Loona, what are they gonna do now?
I don't know.
If they're losing members and fans are not gonna support their comeback, it's basically a death sentence.
Yeah, because I saw Orbits were like, okay, we're boycotting that shit. they were all leave and go under choose company. And like, that it doesn't work that way.
That's the issue. K-pop stans always overestimate
Yeah.
the power of the idol themselves, when the company is the driving force behind these idols. Like, if you think that all these members are going to be able to recreate the same dynamic that they did, legally they probably can't. And monetarily, financially, who's coming up with this money? Let's say everyone wants Blackpink to disband. Let's say everyone hates YG, they want Blackpink to disband. Where are Blackpink gonna go? And who's gonna promote them? Because YG is a huge company. You want them to go to a smaller company, and then what? Like, they're not gonna have, it's not gonna be the same. K-pop stars just always overestimate the power of their idols without a company.
I think one of the best examples is Beast.
Exactly.
Beast, when they left the group, the company, one, they didn't have the chance to have the same name because it was copyrighted.
Exactly.
So they had to change it, and it's now Highlight. They're still active. But
they're still active, but it's not the same.
No, it's not the same. They were big when they were Beast.
Huge.
So big. Like, huge. And now it's not the same.
Breath.
So, no, it's not the asshole for wanting the group to disband. But at the same time, I'm such a thinker. I'm thinking too much in my brain that I'm like, maybe it's not the right thing to do.
Probably not.
I will lose them. If I want them to disband or to leave the company, they won't go back together. I will lose them. I will have to, maybe one or two will be solo, and then that's it.
Another example is like when IZ*ONE disbanded. Like you mentioned, there's no guarantee that every single member is going to succeed after that.
Yeah.
They're all going into different companies. They're all going to have different levels of fame. Some are going to succeed. Some are absolutely not going to succeed. And then another example is 21. Like, Minzy left the group and people were like, well, just continue as 3 or just leave YG because YG's so bad. You guys can all form 21 again. Like, I don't think so. Has it happened? It hasn't, as far as I know.
They did a reunion for Coachella.
Yeah, but like, you know, in what world do you think they could recreate what a specific company created?
No, you can't.
You can't. Like, people hate companies, but they literally created your groups. They literally are the driving force behind promoting your groups. So you can want them to leave all you want, but I don't think it's, again, the best decision for them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Good luck to Orbits and Loona, and we'll see what happened with them. But
yeah, honestly, at first I was like, hell yeah, like this is. It pains me that we do this for K-pop when we could do this for social issues.
Yeah.
It's like what we mentioned earlier, like people can't afford something, but K-pop stans want billboards. So, but like, if we could take our power, like, as K-pop stans, as people in general, we could change so much. Because if you can convince a company not to release something that'll make them money, we could overthrow the government. But anyways, are you thirsty? Should we drink our banana milk?
Yeah, because now we look like an auntie. It's there.
Oh, thank you.
Because I'm not drinking it.
I know. I
was thinking about it.
I just saved you from the biggest scandal ever. Drink the banana milk.
Drink the shit out of it. I like the purple straw.
It's cute,
but
huh?
I don't get why we still have straws. Well,
this wasn't made in Canada.
No, I know, but it's imported.
You can't ban straws and then just throw out all the existing straws, you know?
Well, I'm pretty sure it was created after the law.
Yeah, but I don't know. I've been teaching Audrey how to read Korean, how to read Hangul. Am I the ideal teacher? No, but I
can't read that font.
Can you read the? Can you read the white?
No, I'm not sure though. Well, it's Uyu. Is it an O or M?
On the side here, it's an M.
M. So ma, o, oyang,
Mom.
Oh. Okay, yeah. The font is hard, guys.
But yeah, because we went to K-pop karaoke. Is she growling at us from across the room? Excuse me? Anyways, We went to K-pop karaoke and just karaoke. We sang K-pop songs and the subtitles were
subtitles.
The subtitles were written
lyrics.
In Hangul. So
and I was like, I know the song. No, I don't know it.
So it's been fun. Anyways, it was so delicious.
It's banana milk.
It's BTS banana milk.
The purple straw does everything.
Yeah, it tastes so much fancier.
Sad that the BTS meal doesn't exist anymore. They have so much merch that I can't keep up with it. I think that too. That's why I don't really pay attention to BTS because they have too much stuff. I know myself, I don't want to buy everything for them.
Oh, okay, yeah. Imagine having to like backtrack and buy all those albums.
Never. I did it for... Did I?
Did I? Did you? I don't know.
Did I do? Yeah, I think I did. Oh, I did it for 17. Because I'm a stan for them since debut. But I didn't know it was possible to buy K-pop albums on the internet.
Audrey came here to drop some money. Dropping all her money, yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us today. This is basically it for today's podcast. I hope you enjoyed our first podcast back after a mini scandal, 2 mini scandals.
Mm-hmm. I was so confused when you were like, oh my god, we're cancelled for... And I asked you on the last episode, yeah, the one from 2 weeks ago. And the one from 2 weeks ago was the recent one.
No, I said the K-pop predict. That's the thing. Not that I want to revive this, but someone literally a month after we uploaded the podcast episode watched a whole ass hour just to take a clip out of context and get mad at it. Like, why did they watch it?
I don't think they did because we do timestamps so they clicked on the timestamps and they watched it.
Maybe, but that's a lot of effort to get mad at something.
Well, when you're an auntie, you do that.
You got lots of time as an auntie.
So I'm not an auntie then.
No,
I don't have time for that.
She doesn't have time to. She doesn't even know that. But anyways, not to beat a dead horse or anything, but
the dead horse.
Yeah,
that's the same thing as the fly on the wall. I don't like it.
You'll learn to like it. But anyways, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms and subscribe and show your love for the podcast. Oh wait. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video
with friends you don't have.
Bye.
Wait, we don't see him. Okay.
We don't need BTS. Well, nobody ever questioned if...
Nobody ever questioned you. Hi, Meisha. Are you coming to put a word on it?
No, but I've gotten into pretty serious BTS scandals too.
Really?
I once said second gen paved the way, and everyone was calling me xenophobic.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Thank you for your input. You're excused. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Don't look. Close your eyes, please.
I'm scared. I don't know what it is.
Nothing to be scared about.
Okay.
My little cutie pie. We'll just leave her there because she's a little tyrant.
I still have my eyes closed.
Oh, sorry. Open your eyes.